Hey, let's be honest for a second. Buying a home in the US today? It feels impossible, doesn't it? Rent keeps rising, bills never stop. And just when you think you're getting ahead, boom, another expense wipes out your savings. Sound familiar? And the worst part? You're working hard, day in, day out. But at the end of the month, you're still paying for a place that's not even yours. Frustrating, right? But what if I told you that owning your own home isn't as far away as you think? That even with all these challenges, you can buy a home in America without being rich? Stick with me, because in this video, we're breaking it all down, step by step. No confusing jargon, no fake promises, just real practical steps to help you buy your first home. So if you're tired of renting, tired of feeling stuck, stay with me, because this might be the most important video you watch today. Step 1. House hacking. The smartest way to own a home. Alright, let's talk about a strategy that can help you own property, even if you don't have a huge salary or massive savings. It's called house hacking. And if you do it right, you can own a home while having other people cover most or even all of your mortgage. Sounds too good to be true? It's not. Let me break it down. How house hacking works. Instead of buying a single-family home where you live alone and pay the full mortgage yourself, you buy a duplex, triplex, or fourplex. You live in one unit and rent out the others. The rent from your tenants helps cover your mortgage, sometimes completely. So instead of throwing $2,000 a month on rent for an apartment you'll never own, you could own a property and pay little to nothing for housing. Let's look at a real example. Say you find a $400,000 duplex and use an FHA loan, which lets you buy with just 3.5% down. Your total monthly mortgage? Around $2,500, including taxes and insurance. You live in one unit, rent the other for $1,800 a month. Your out-of-pocket housing cost? Just $700 a month instead of $2,000. And if you bought a triplex or fourplex, you could live for free or even make money while owning a home. Why house hacking is a game changer. Easier to qualify for a loan since it's a primary residence. Lower down payment. FHA VA loans allow 3.5%, 0% down. Your tenants help you build wealth instead of paying rent forever. You can repeat the process and build a real estate portfolio over time. This isn't just a theory. Thousands of people have used house hacking to buy their first property and escape the renting trap. And the best part? You don't need to be rich to do it. Now that you know this strategy, let's talk about how to actually find the right property and get started. Step 2. Finding the right property for house hacking. Alright, now that you know how house hacking works, let's talk about the next big question. How do you actually find the right property? Because here's the truth. Not every house is a good deal. If you choose the wrong property, you could end up struggling to cover your mortgage instead of living for free. So let's break it down. 1. Look for multi-unit properties. The best house hacking deals are duplexes, 2 units, triplexes, 3 units, fourplexes, 4 units. Why? Because you can live in one unit and rent out the rest, maximizing your rental income. Pro tip. FHA loans let you buy a 2 to 4 unit property with just 3.5% down. 2. Find a property with positive cash flow. Not every rental will cover your mortgage. You need to do the math before buying. Here's how. Check the mortgage cost, including taxes and insurance. Research rental prices in the area. Use Zillow, Rentometer, or local listings. Make sure the rental income can cover at least 70–80% of the mortgage. Example, you buy a triplex for $500,000 mortgage payment, $3,200 month rent from 2 units, $1,700 plus $500, $3,200 month. You live for free. If you pick the right property, your tenants pay your bills, and you start building wealth. 3. Buy in a high-demand rental area. You want a property where people actually want to live. Near jobs, businesses, so renters have steady income. Near public transport, schools, higher demand. Growing cities, suburbs, rents increase over time. Avoid houses in areas with high vacancy rates. If people don't want to live there, you won't find good tenants. 4. Don't overpay. Negotiate like a pro. The biggest mistake first-time buyers make: overpaying. Here's how to avoid that. Work with a real estate agent who understands investors. Look for undervalued properties or fixer-uppers with small cosmetic issues. Negotiate the price, ask for seller credits to cover closing costs. Remember, the lower your mortgage, the easier it is for your rental income to cover your payments. Smart house hacking. Financial freedom. If you do this right, you could own a home with almost zero housing costs, build equity while tenants pay your mortgage, repeat the process, grow a real estate portfolio. House hacking is one of the fastest ways to go from renter to homeowner without needing a huge paycheck. Now, you've got the blueprint to buy your first property, even if you thought it was impossible before. But buying the house is just the first step. What happens after you buy? How do you find good tenants? How do you manage your rental without stress? That's what we'll explore in the next video. If you want that, let me know in the comments, and if you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, because we're just getting started.